Alrighty, welcome into Friday Crypto live stream. We're gonna get started here momentarily. We're gonna stream every day this week, Monday through Thursday at least, 6:15. We've been streaming last week as well. So if you like this, you can join us here tomorrow and Thursday at least, maybe Friday too. We'll see how the market's going. If you don't know me, first time in, my name is Chase. I'm a level 1 chartered market technician, CMT, and I do this full time. So join us here. We're going to start off with Tether dominance, which you're looking in front of you. Then we'll cover Bitcoin. Then we'll get to some requests. So if you're watching this at a later date, we'll probably start off in that order and then get to altcoins. So get your requests in. I'll try to list the altcoins as like a description or a title addition after this is published so you can kind of see the order of everything, if that makes sense. All right, let's get right to it. Tether dominance on an uptrend, but is it? Right? This is the weekly going all the way back to 2018, the bear market. When it bounces, right, that's when crypto pauses, at least. However, we're in a different trend now. We're in a downtrend on the weekly since August, September of 2023. And our first ever bear market for Tether dominance, which is a good thing for crypto, right? We want Tether dominance down, right? We want less people in stables and cash. If we want to see Bitcoin at, 100K and altcoins to 10X, right? This has got to roll. And I think that's coming in the not so distant future, but we might go up a little bit more first. But this is the first time ever that we've been under the 200 week, this pink line here, right? So bear market right there. Previous swing highs, resistance breaks through, come back, retest, support, right? Bull run. Now we cross down low, right? This is, the top, the last gasp of air, move down, bear flag in a bear market, right? Goes down, another bear flag in a bear market. At some point in the next handful of weeks, I would guess we're going to make another move down. Could be a couple of months, right? Give or take, but more or less that's what we're looking at, right? To start our next move to the upside for Bitcoin and our altcoins. But why are we keep going down, right? This keeps going up, right? More people are de-risking, right? We're in stables, but support and resistance works on anything, right? I mean, look at the 200 week here, support breaking down, comes back, holds as resistance. So far, so good. We'll see if this plays out, but we're kind of at a pivotal area here, right? Certainly one spot to be paying attention to. We could go up a little bit higher. Bitcoin could go down to 55K, 50K if this keeps going up. But sooner or later, right, we're going to have to fizzle out again. I don't think we're starting a new bear market, right? This was, November 2021, right? This was the start of the crypto bear market. But the difference was we were holding the 200 week as support, this trend line as support, although it is now a support on this diagonal trend line, which is weak sauce to begin with. We are now under the 200 week and in a, many months of a downtrend, and likely trends just continue. So having said that, maybe that opens your eyes a little bit to what I expect and some evidence to kind of back that up. All right, Bitcoin, how's that looking? Down 2% today. Still kind of hanging out at the 14 week, right? Our range lows. We can zoom in here after I pretend to stop drawing with Crayolas. Let's zoom in, right? We are just at our swing lows, right? We're nothing that abnormal here, right? We've been at the same spot we've tested for months. Swing low, touch, 3. That's 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks since early March. We've been down here until we close under the 21 week. We're still bullish. If we close under that, then we need to probably reevaluate. We'll look at where Tether dominance is. You gotta have everything in context and kind of tell a story and not take everything just on one indicator or one thing happening. We want to look at a multitude of things and paint the story, and that helps you kind of become at least have a general, more of a better grasp on the market as a whole. So hopefully that helps. Gaussian channel on the green. Holy hell, we're still way above it, right? I mean, we're still green lit in a bull run, right? We're unlikely to hit that with Bitcoin, at least. You're unlikely to hit the weekly Gaussian until this trouble starts. Even here, though, at the bottom of our massive fall down from May to June, right? July, we bounced off the top. Entire bull run just up, not even close, right? Looking very similar now, right? So just when in doubt, when panicked, zoom out. It's boring now, right? We're just chopping around. Nothing's more evident of that than like go to like the 4-hour chart. I mean, holy shit. We are just snaking around, doing nothing. Look at the 1-hour chart. It's even worse. What kind of pattern is this? It's just nothing, right? It's almost difficult. It's a 1-hour chart, and it's just like nothing's happening, right? We're just spinning our tires, going nowhere. So we have to wait for a substantial move one way or another. I think that's coming in the next couple of weeks, like we started off saying, but we need to see multiple closes, at least on this 4-hour chart, above one of these zones before we can start to, give that the benefit of the doubt, whatever direction that might be. All right. We got 10 people here. Congrats to you 10. Still trying to learn something in this ever so boring price action market. Happy y'all made it. All right. ICP. We have a couple requests, and they're both for ICP. So I would say we should probably do that. Let's see. Which one do we want? Might as well do Binance. All right, up a little bit. Let's zoom way out. We can go back into the 4-hour, but let's also put it on log scale. Holy shit. Let's take off the Gaussian channel. Holy hell. A lot of holies going on. There we go. So still obviously down from the highs just slightly. Let's focus on the shorter term here. Are we above our 2022 highs? We are. That's a good sign. That's usually my first kind of checkpoint. Is your coin above kind of the 2022 bear market highs? And we get the check mark there. So that's good. All right. Are we above or below the 21-week EMA? Well, as of last week, we were below it, but we'll give you the benefit of the doubt on that as well. What you wouldn't want to see is the EMA 8, the red line, cross below the 21. Certainly not below the green. That's where we can get some signs. You can see like right where the momentum picks up for the bulls. Like the red crosses the yellow. Look at that. How it rapidly accelerates after that. Same thing can tend to happen to the downside if we get that cross. But it looks like it's trying to avoid it, right? It's not coming down on a steep angle. So I would hope in the next handful of weeks, like again, right here on a weekly chart here, right, we get a move like more like this, right? That's what we're looking for. That would avoid that cross, so let's hope for that. If we go down further, we just want to hold, this $9 range, right? These previous range highs, previous range lows. We need to hold that again. Something around $9 should be holding here. If we go down further, it's a big if, right? If we go higher, well, we don't really have a whole lot to go off of back over here, right? Maybe you could argue like maybe that's your final resistance zone. We kind of hit just fleeting 2 weeks. So I would say once we get it back above 24, then we can make some a case for bluer skies and bigger moves. What else? If we go down further, let's see what like the fib retracement would look like if this is our local top, right? So let's put in a fib here, and so you're right, this 382 is right around that 980 area. This 0.5, maybe get this previous range high. Maybe we see a wick down there if we get like a crypto meltdown and Bitcoin wants to kick the bucket to like 50K. Maybe you see something like that. That'd be kind of worst case though, right? I don't know if I foresee that after this kind of big powerful move. 88% in a week. That's getting yourself out of a slump, right? So we can revisit this. I'd like to see a breakout. I would say more or less it's just consolidating in this kind of more or less shapes, rectangular fashion, which usually is just consolidation after a big move before continuing that move, right? So consolidation and then stair step up again. Ideally, you got to get back above this 100-week. In the blue there, it's right around 1380, right at the top of that kind of rectangular box. Like to see that as well. But looking good, right? got a couple check marks there, even though you're kind of battling the 21 week right now, right? It's just trying to gain some traction. So you don't want to see a bunch of weeks closing below that 21. Otherwise, it starts to, catch the normal pattern of just kind of spinning the wheels and not going anywhere. So hopefully we can, get back above that 1250 area with some closes this week. Is Chainlink dead? No. We're just kind of a victim of this boring market right now. Chainlink needs, I feel like Chainlink's the guy that is quiet at the party until like everyone's going, right? Then he gets it in gear, right? Chainlink needs the nudge, right? And we absolutely don't have it. It's all negative criticism in the group so far. Chainlink doesn't do well with that. So we need to get him out of his shell a little bit. We can just go check in on Chainlink right now, but it really hasn't moved anywhere. So if you're wondering like where the hell's the link videos, like we're not doing much of anything, or we're not doing much and you don't want to see what I have to say about it, right? We're now multiple weeks under the channel, but I think the lows are still relatively close by. I do not think we're going back to single digits again. This pattern here where we fall down, we've talked about this on a couple streams where on a lot of coins that have this falling pattern, then they continue to fall, right? That's actually a bullish and tends to break that way. So sometime in the next handful of weeks, I think altcoins will get some kind of at least relief rally, if not a, ultimate low is in. Doesn't mean we can't go a little bit lower first. Maybe wick down depending on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin wants to, rip to 58K in an hour, right? Obviously altcoins are going to take a little bit of a hit bigger. So we're kind of waiting for that. Either one final rip down or just, the God candle, like one of these out of, Chainlink or, altcoins wide, right? You'd want to watch kind of the total market cap, altcoins, right? Altcoin market cap right here. Similar vibes, right? See that? That moved down, right? And then we just, off closing prices, it's a little bit more clear, right? Right, this channel, right? If we could go down a little bit more, right, and do this, but sooner or later, that's the more likely scenarios back to the upside given that pattern. And we saw that, we talked about that yesterday in Bitcoin, how it did that to kind of break us out of the bear market. All right, what else we got? Thanks for joining. Remember to hit the like, share it somewhere if you want, if you're my real friend. You're my real internet pal. Be pen pals for that. Nobody's that old. Dark horse this run. I'm thinking about it. I haven't forgot about your question. I'm still thinking. It's a good question. What's my dark horse? Ocean. That's a good request. We haven't seen Ocean in a minute. Let's get to it. 84 cents, down 6%. Hovering with the 21 week, which we've held. You can see the breakout 128, 130, right? But right, this is for when we look. You want to look at coins and where they reverted the last time that they're at the current spot. So note this spot right here, and note this spot right here, right? So the EMA 34, not the 21, might be a stronger kind of bounce area. The orange line, right? The orange line tends to be a little bit stronger for Ocean if we go down there. However, it's trying to do its best to hold that yellow line, right? That's the 21 week EMA. And that would be a bigger sign of strength if that continues to hold. If we close below it, I mean, the odds are he wants to go back to his favorite place, the EMA 34. Just like we kind of did right here, right? We closed below it. That was kind of it. And then we got the little bit of the anti-gravity move. The lunar lander. The SpaceX, the Falcon Heavy. Whatever you want to call that. Let's throw a bunch of adjectives at it. All right. So looking good, right? Looking better than most. Ocean's in that AI kind of nice little chat group that it's in. Here's our previous kind of swing highs. It didn't even get down to it, right? So that's a better sign of strength that you're going to keep moving. And the next move up, right? If you don't retest these previous swing highs, a lot of coins just are melting right kind of through them, right? So some coins are even, I mean, go take a look at ADA. I mean, I think ADA and Matic are like below these pivot lows. So that's pretty abysmal. So As you know, if you're down in ocean, like just be thankful you're not in ADA. uh, so for all the ADA lovers, they're gonna crucify me, but no worries. The 200 day, excuse me, in the pink right here. That would be another good spot to be watching. Maybe pick some up there, right? We wicked there last time. I could just see the. I'm gonna get roasted by somebody at some point. I'm gonna step on. I'm gonna trigger somebody. 75 cents on the daily versus the weekly. Maybe you get a wick down to, guess what, 75 cents. So I think that's a pretty good spot to have an order in. At the 34 week, right? The 34 week looks to be pretty good. That's ocean, right? All right, we got someone else, at least potentially somewhere around my age. All right, what else? I feel like I missed a question up here. Still thinking of my dark horse for this pick. What's a dark horse? Define dark horse, right? Does what does it have to be under 200 million market cap, or does it have to be something no one's ever heard of? So I like the dark horse request from me. I'm thinking about it, but I need some more rules. Near, we can do near. Did that a couple times. Can't remember if this is a great one or not. It was. Yeah, this is a good one. All right, good looking chart. Minus yellow lines. All right, so here's near. Holy hell, right? That's what you want your chart to look like, folks. Like up, up only. Takes a breath and up only. Then takes a breath, then up, right? Or forming a bullish pattern. So even down now, we're still up 600% in the past 200 days. Not many coins have pulled that yet, right? Some outperforming, but still looking good, right? To get to all-time highs again, we're at $21. The 1618, I think this is, yeah, I remember now. This is the one where I said it could potentially hit that high, but if we did the market cap calculation, it's kind of iffy. So do I think it could go all the way from $1 to $136? That's stretching it a bit, right? Yeah, what, 15,000%? Not like other coins haven't done that, but anything above that, if there's anybody ever calling for anything above that, you can, just shout them pointing towards me, and I'll call them horseshit. But $100 maybe potentially is there still. So if you got in anywhere down here, I'm sure that's making you pretty happy. But pattern's looking great. We're obviously well above 2022 highs, right? These back in this area, right? Looking good as well. Let's put this back on an auto scale here. All right, we're hanging out above the 618 here. Good sign of 6. So yeah, this continues to look well and healthy. I guess we could kind of argue even a more bullish thing is potentially happening. What we just saw at a Pepe here. Right, when you look at that. Inverse head and shoulders. Where's the neckline? It's not clearly as defined as Pepe was, but I mean, it's kind of right there. I think if we get a close above like 770, we might kind of rock it out of here. If you're like, well, that doesn't look very convincing, well, go look at Pepe. I'm glad you asked. We're going to go do it right now. Pepe on the daily chart. You tell me those charts don't look the same? They do. That's very similar. So, maybe the first person ever to compare Pepe to near, but here we go. Right? Similar kind of well-defined neckline there. And why do you get that pop? Right? That's the order is being filled. So, and maybe we get that kind of crystal ball shaken up and pointing to what's coming next out of near. We'll see if that plays out. That'd be pretty interesting. The fact that Pepe and near's charts look very similar. So looks good there, right? Hold at the 100 week. Fantastic. Look there. 100 day, excuse me. We're on the daily chart, but looking good, right? We looked at the weekly. Looks great, right? It looks like it's on the, simmer. Like he's getting ready to boil over. All right, John says under the radar dark horse with a good chart. That's hard to find. Because if they have a good charts, usually several people know about them. But that's comment of the day. On the verge of selling. Can I pin that? I can. We're pinning it. On the verge of selling my link and investing in buttered sausage. All right, I'm gonna start, when the run picks up again, I'll start giving bonuses for whoever makes me, laugh the most out of their comment. Hilarious. Okay. Ethereum Tether on a 12-hour chart for some fetishly weird reason. Why do you want a 12-hour chart? Now I gotta go add a 12-hour chart. Okay, what are we looking at? Ethereum on a 12-hour chart. It's in a downtrend on a 12-hour chart. It's down. I don't know what we're looking at here, but we're down 30% from the highs. We're at range lows. 12-hour chart. There's your local range lows. We got it. We're under the 200. So no matter what chart you're looking at, if you're under the 200 EMA, mine is pink. You can make yours rose-colored blood red or black. Make it black. We'll see how that goes for you. See if that disappears. Whatever color your 200 EMA is, if you're under it, you're by definition bearish on at least that chart. Now, it's not under the 200 on everything, right? The weekly chart, well above it, right? So we're bullish on the long term. And on the highly suspect 12-hour chart, we're a little bit bearish. All right, so 12-hour chart is, I've never had a 12-hour chart request, so I guess kudos for you on that one. The buttered sausage thing is pretty great. All right, LNDX. I'm going to go with you one more time on this. If it doesn't have any history, you're banned. I'm gonna go with, I'm getting my ban finger ready here. All right, it's got some history. You got saved. All right. LNDX. Let's get off this 12-hour chart. Okay, still doesn't have much history though. But I'll spare you because I said I would. Chop sideways, no trend. Get out of coins that don't have a trend. Right? No trend. Just my opinion, but like, why hold XRP when it's been the same price for 7 years or 70? You're going to be the Rose of the Titanic. 2074 is going to come around and XRP will be at 58 cents. So what do we have positive to say about this coin? It's still above its range highs, but it's on the verge of not doing that, right? Which is more troubling. We're under the 100-day. We don't have a 200-day yet. That should be coming in sometime between now and the next 100 days. Let's see what else. Not much else. Let's get to some other stuff. OXO, I like that one. Okay, I do like OXO, and that's actually a good chart. That might be my dark horse, actually. Pretty good. I don't know. Can that qualify as a dark horse? I think so. Doesn't have super ton of history, right? Great chart. So I'm gonna go with this, unless it's not dark enough for you, and then in which case, you got to worry about, racism and all that. So how dark do you want it? This is a pretty dark horse. Not much history. Holding the 21 week, looking great. I don't feel like, a batshit crazy amount of people know about this. But yeah, this would be my pick for a dark horse. If you want another one, let me know. But I think this will be my pick that not many people know about yet, and still has a super strong chart. I mean, just look at it. That's the kind of coin you want to be in. Something that only trends up, right? And the downwards movement is just a chill back. Doesn't take out any lows, right? Structurally, this is about as good as it gets for the age that we have. So from, I'm not going to go from the open, but from the low second week wick, we're still up 1,100%. Holy like that's crazy, right? From July, we're up 1,100%. Really good. Downside of this is you can't really use like a fib extension accurately because you're gonna have to go like from this one or this one. You're not really gonna go from like inception here. So these newer coins, right, kind of like the dark horse theory, like you're just gonna have to hold, and maybe yours will be the next Matic of last cycle that does 20,000, 25,000% increase. So what would that take us if this pulled a Matic? Right, we'll just go from this low wick here. Or will we? Let's go from the low wick here again. And we'll try again. Why didn't I not do it the first time? You had it, bud. So 25,000%. If it pulls a Matic, it gets you to $6. That's got to be pretty juicy to somebody, right? Even to $6 from here is another 18x. That's pretty solid, right? Dark horse of the day, OXO. Okay, ETH RSI Confluence. Yeah, I mean you can use RSI and divergence and all that stuff on the weekly charts or daily charts, but 12 hours is like it's too many fake outs. That's the only reason I don't really trust anything on a short time frame. Let's see what else. Reading the chat here. Go look it. All right, GameStop. Now that's a breakaway gap. That's pretty epic. Yeah, that's what happens when they make a Netflix movie about you and you come back, right? You're wondering what I'm talking about? If you know, you know, right? Let's look at that last one. Look at that one there, right? That's pretty cool. Let's see. What do we have? 200. We're on the weekly chart. So, yeah, downtrend. Did you see Jim Cramer's tweet this morning? If you didn't, go to GameStop tweets and Jim Cramer's tweet. He's like saying everything that they said about it in the last run. And like you realize fundamentals don't matter when in this kind of stuff, but all right, so we don't really, I mean, we've got to take it at a smaller time frame, right? Or at least give this some time to kind of marinate. This kind of just came about. I mean, look at those. We can't chart that, right? We're going to have to see how it goes, right? And almost these kind of things, like just ride the wave. Like, do you get in now? Probably not. I mean, but could it go back to 100 tomorrow? Like, of course, right? It could also come back down to 20 tomorrow, right? You don't know. So I mean, certainly downtrend, just a rude awakening, but yeah, not a whole lot to go off of in that. If you can see my, yeah, go look it up on Netflix, guys. I don't have my own show yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. All 12 of you are invited. I think they give Netflix specials to live streamers. They get 18 people. I think we're right there. We're knocking on the door. Similar vibes here, right? Obviously, I would be shocked if these charts weren't the same. But another breakaway gap, back-to-back days. So could we get a third one? That'd be interesting. Or we just, it's a little too much too soon. Or, I wonder what the new play will be this time around. There'll probably be another one. See what Kitty has to say. Give it a couple months where we get into full blown alt mania again, and see if that happens towards the later part of this year. Maybe we pick something else. Can't even imagine. All right, let me look at my. All right, like I missed one. Any other requests? Did I miss anything? OXO. Any other things? Talk about PetSmart. Come on, bruv. Buy the dog food and walk out. What, am I missing something here? Or I gotta have a symbol. I don't track PetSmart if you can't tell. LF, is that a... Alright, yeah. Back to it. Nope, I don't want that one. Right one. I don't like that one. There we go. Get to the right chart. All right, non-trending coin. So this one's like, playing with fire. Me, right? You have no trend here. You're just sideways chop, and it could do that indefinitely. If you don't believe me, go check XRP. Same prices for years. That's not possible, right? Yeah, this doesn't have a trend, right? And we're at swing lows now. The benefit of the doubt here is that it's not years of history like XRP, but I mean, this is generally you either buy here and just cross your fingers for 2025 10x peak, 20x whatever, or right you just buy here and have a stop loss under here and then just forget about it if it breaks this low wick, right? So that's just my opinion, but I know the fundamentals are spectacular on every coin that everyone's in. It's going to be the next whatever the best pick you could possibly get. But just from a chart wise perspective, you either buy at support and have a stop loss at swing lows, or you're buying at support with a minimal amount of money that's not going to hurt you if it goes to zero, and you just hold on for until the end of the cycle when you're up a comfortable amount, right? So this chart is just doesn't. There's so many better charts that look 10x better than this, quite literally. So you're at the same prices that you were to start off of the bull run. That's not where you want to be, right? So if we go up again, who's to say that the high is not another $1.60, $1.70, $1.80 again? Then it goes back down, right? Maybe the peak this cycle is $1.75, right? Based on this chart, I mean that's seemingly the odds. So I don't really like this one just based on the chart, right? Hopefully you see why. All right, what else we got? Right, yeah. Okay, that's what I thought you were saying, but I thought you were requesting it. The PetSmart stock. Yeah, I mean, if he mentions anything at this point, like it'll go off the charts, right? So it's kind of a dangerous weapon to have. I wouldn't know if I'd want that much power. You just mention, Bic pins. It's just like good night. We got anything else? C-swap. All right. Am I scared to look? Are you scared to look? Oh, we don't have any. Oh, I guess we got one there. We can't do it. I would advise going off any TA charts for coins that don't have much history like this. These are the ones like if they're born in the past, even like 6 months or so, you just buy them with a small portion of your portfolio and hope they do a 20, 30, 50x, right? If you're up 10x, right, you start taking profits after that. Just forget it. If the chart looks like this on the daily and you don't have any history, hold it for the long term or get out, right? If you don't have the patience to hold this through a full cycle, then I would suggest not holding anything like this at all, right? Generally speaking, you should have a majority of your portfolio in strong coins and strong, lengthy charts, right? The blue chips, so to speak, and then you do 10 or 20% and newer coins or a little bit more, right? Depending on how desperate you are. And then you just hold until till the cows come home, whatever that means. But trying to, extract data off of this and, think that that's going to be any use to anybody is, for the birds. So don't go off of that. SNX. Yeah, we'll do live streams, every Monday through Thursday, at least, maybe Friday sometimes, at 6:15 Eastern time. So join us for all that. Take your requests after I cover kind of what I think is most important on the day. So looking at SNX on the weekly, not looking great. You can see this 8-week EMA just came into play right there at 586. So I would bet most people bought above that. 586 on the 8-week EMA. We are down 91% still. Yikes. Down 95% total. So from the start of its run, it's up a massive 60%, 66%. Not a great looking sign there, right? Previous swing high, broken. Resistance, so that'll be resistance again, very likely. $6.50 to $7 range when we get back up there. I would guess the Gaussian channel is still, it's turned green. But we're bound in it, so you'd only have one check mark. You want the Gaussian channel to be green and your price action above it. So yeah, not many fake outs or zero fake outs on Bitcoin, but you can see this one kind of trapped you there so far. Usually if you just buy, once the Gaussian channel is green, certainly on the weekly, you're going to get rescued. Now, do I think it's going to go back above $4 this cycle? Of course. How high? Well, I guess we could try it. All right, let's do a swing high low. We have enough history. We could probably do it. So do I think we're going to get to $187? Probably not. Even from current prices, we're up, it possibly could here. What's the market cap? Go do your market cap calculations on a 13,000% run from the bottom. So potentially, that's not out of the question, right? $30 all-time high, exceeding all-time highs by, 7x or something. That would be batshit crazy, right? Could see that happening maybe. So $100, $150 if it gets its act together. But right now I'm starting to doubt it because, right, it's under the 21 week. If you're under the 21 week, harder to gain the traction, which you need traction to go to the moon, right? Or at least anti-gravity. We don't have it yet. So SNX, fingers crossed, but as of late, not looking too promising. So the next move up, I would definitely need to see a close above 475, right? That whenever the next move up is, I would give it till then. If it comes up here and then just kind of does this again, right? That's no good, right? We got to see above 475, then very next move up, and then maybe we can talk about still these highs. That's all I mean. Toncoin. Then we'll do Aave. Oop. All right, so weekly chart looks good. Looks great. Good looking chart. Right, you want just do a snapshot of all your coins. Which direction is it going from the lows? Let's give this to a 4-year-old and they'll tell you which direction it's going, up or down, right? If it looks like that, it's no good. Get out. Many coins are looking like that, right? This one is not, right? Just invert the chart. If you want to know how to do that, it's just hold down Alt on your keyboard and hit I. Brain surgeon. Right? So trending chart, right? That's looks good. So first and foremost, excellent there. We've broken out of this zone and we haven't come back near it since. Another great sign, right? A lot of coins do these little breakouts and then 2 weeks later, God damn it, pick the damn drawing. They'll do 2 weeks later, they'll just come here and then, they'll fizzle out again, right? That's weakness. That was just like artificial pump. This is not. This looks great. And then also even stronger if you can hold that top most moving average, the EMA 8. Excellent. So this definitely gets a thumbs up if that's a thing still. Where can we go from here, right? You can't really do a fib extension off of this really accurately. So again, strong chart. I'd be anxious to see how high this goes. Looks great. Strong uptrend, breakout level, trending up, holding the utmost stratospherical moving averages. All looks well. I would guess the Gaussian channel looks superior as well. Yes, yes indeed. Even on the daily. Let's zoom into the daily real quick. Look at where it holds the line, right at the median Bollinger Band, which is, or excuse me, the Gaussian channel, which is where you hold the bulls or you start to get bearish and you start to turn red, right? Your candles will turn red if you get under that median line, just like we did back here, right? And that's still trying to gain traction. So this is what you're looking for. See all this red, right? Even if the candles are up, they're like hollow, right? That's not what you want. That's what you want. If you come down, like your true strength, this shows if you're going to hold that line, and voila. So again, we're backing up that is a strong coin. Look at the swing low zone. It was refusing to kind of give that up. Brief lower wick, hold the line, and back up again. Now at range highs. Kudos. Good pick on this one. Might be another kind of relative dark horse, maybe. I don't know if I could call that one a dark horse though. All right, we'll do Aave. We looked at Pepe briefly, but we can go back and do it again here. Just the inverse head and shoulders break. Aave and what was the other coin that we compared it to? It looked almost identical charts. Was it Near, right? Near and Pepe looked almost identical charts on the daily, which is kind of ironic, right? You see Near, you got the head and shoulders inverse right here, right there, right there. Necklines right there for Near, and then flip over to Pepe. I mean, holy hell. It's like, did I even flip over? Well, Pepe's already broken out. So it looks like Near might be on the verge of at least attempting this. Right? We don't know if it's going to happen, but I can't think of two more identical looking charts than Near and Pepe, at least for now. All right. What was the other request? Aave. Sidetracked and all right, we wrap it up here relatively soon here. Damn it. Do it again. All right, Aave. Zoom out. Whoops. Are we above 2022 highs? So I'm guessing that is the zone that we looked at right here. So no, we're not. So that's a sign of concern. We got there, but we didn't hold them very long, did we? So back below 2022 highs, back below all moving averages. This is a sign of weakness and spinning your tires. It's hard to go to the moon if you can't get off the damn ground, right? Now we've taken out these swing lows, right? This is a sign of concern and slowness. So stuck in the mud is what I would call that. Just looking at the chart, right, doesn't scream explosive move on the horizon. That's kind of what you want to see, right? We just looked at a chart that looked like that. We looked at 3, Near, Pepe, and whatever the last one was we looked at. Was it Toncoin? I don't know what it was. You remember more than I do. Too many damn coins we charting. But you can see the difference, right? Strong coins versus non-strong coins based on the charts. You can have the best fundamentals in the world. If the chart's not showing it, like you can have the coolest trading card. You can have a Tiger Woods autograph card. If it's sitting in the dirt, it's worthless, right? If it's lost, it's worthless. Not getting shown off and sold, making you money. What the hell are you doing holding it? Unless it's for the long term and you still believe in it. Tiger, I believe you. Tiger Woods autograph card. It'll be more valuable than Aave. Where we're going with that. All right, GLM Coleman asked for that a long time ago. I feel like was that like the first request? My bad. All right, it's probably going to be the last one for the night. All right, similar vibes, not the strongest of looking. Probably last look at this back in the bear market. Probably why that was still there. Same, I mean, looks very similar to Aave, right? Right, back under all moving averages, trending down. The only thing you got going for it maybe here is like this press down and then this little guy here, right, where you could potentially break out back to the upside. But still, I would rather see this pattern like either in a bear market, right, we're trying to end a bear market, or we're doing it above all the moving averages. Then it's like, then we could probably break out bigger. But a breakout from this kind of weakness might only just be a lower high, right? So somewhere in this area, as a 4-year-old would draw, in that area, 50 cents, maybe get faded again because of lack of strength based on this chart and the recent price action. So hopefully that helps a little bit there, right? Yeah, we're still down 99%. Yep. I'd move on from that one. If that was me, right? If I had any, I mean, you're still down 99%. Yikes. Beam. All right. This might be the last one. Moonbeam. I feel like that might not be what we want. Guess Bybit. That one. All right, not much to go off of here, but you know, at least you're straight up, right? Daily chart. Coming back to our range highs, right? We need to hold here, right? Zone here. I would go from the closing prices, majority of closings, kind of right in that area. Closes, right? So we got to kind of hold here, right? You can see that. Breakout to hold this to maintain strength, I should say, right? Not necessarily it's going to, or what if it doesn't? Is it going to zero? No. But again, like make it simple. Which way is the trend? Yeah, it's got to hold here, right? With a close. Like we could wick maybe down a little bit lower, down to this range again. But we're down pretty significant here. If I can get the right tool again. Down 50%. That's about normal. Most coins are down about that, right? So I wouldn't lose sight, lose the faith just yet, right? A little bit of a younger coin. So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on that one just because it's, you know, basically trended up since last year or so. All right. All right. I think that'll do it. I appreciate everyone being here. Go get you a Bitcoin sticker and put it on a random cup. I'll see you on the next one. If you want more content, join our Telegram. Should be linked below here. Check out Patreon, all that good stuff. Get your requests ready for tomorrow. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Same place, same bat channel, same bat time. Anything else you want to talk about? See how the market moves. I would love to pin your comment tomorrow. Who's going to have the best comment? That's going to be our new thing. I'm going to pin one comment every chat, whatever makes me laugh the most. Today's, again, to recap, I was on the verge of selling all my Link and investing in buttered sausage. Random of the day. That's pretty great. Kudos to Northwest Crypto for throwing that one out. Gold. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Car of the day. I haven't changed it. It's still the Lamborghini Revuelto. Probably butchered that name, but I got pretty close for an American that's not Italian. There you go. See you next one. I'll get your maker tomorrow. Maker tomorrow, sir. Hold your maker and your horses. Peace out.